Welcome to another edition of 50 Plus. I'm James Lott Jr. Today is Bonita's birthday. Today is my mother, my mother who gave birth to me's birthday. This is very interesting for me because I do these videos, I do stuff before my mother and I didn't follow each other on social media. I was very actually adamant about that. I want my family separate from my work. Well, it's too late now. She found me and it follows me not on every page that I do, but it follows me on some of my major things like TikTok, Snapchat, my fan page here on Facebook, and on my work page on Instagram. But there's some pages I have separate on purpose, not just from her, but from family members. I want my own space. But when you're in the public eye, which is something that I'm learning as I've been in it for 15 years, that you lose autonomy, you lose space, you lose some of your privacy. That's your online privacy. I'm not talking about private privacy, but online privacy. It's funny when I went sat down to do this video before she didn't see any of these. I didn't have to worry about it. She didn't watch them. Now she watches some of my stuff. So it's like, do I censor myself or not? So I don't. I decided I'm not going to censor myself. I'm going to talk plainly and openly about whatever the fuck I feel like it. Right? That's what I do on all the stuff that I do. I am who I am. I know that I have other family members who watch my stuff and sometimes comment and sometimes don't like the things I say and sometimes do like the things I say. Some don't care for certain pictures I post and some do. And I've had to learn to shut it out. I'm not the only person who goes through this, obviously. It's just very interesting. Before, I thought I had free reign, do what I want, and I just tell them what I do if I feel like it. But now that is gone. It's very interesting. My mother and I have a very interesting relationship. She had me very young. So we always joke that we kind of grew up together. She had me in the late 60s, raised me in the 70s and 80s, which was an interesting time period for all my whole Gen Z, excuse me, wrong, Gen X generation. While she was finding herself, I was finding myself, which many parents did at the time. She was, I would say left behind, but a divorce happened, and she was with two young boys at one point, and which I can't even imagine what that's even like at first. And then and now we've gone to today, where for 22 years I hardly saw her. People always get shocked when I say that. We just didn't. We never. I would come home on occasion, but I was out to find myself in my life, and I had a full life. We weren't the kind of family that just gets together all the time. My mother's not a helicopter mom. She was never like that. She was never circling the things. And we never had that kind of relationship. My family and I never had that kind of relationship. So I look back and I'm like, from 18 to 40, I literally had free reign to do whatever the fuck I wanted without anybody telling me anything. And I survived. I took care of myself. Most of that time I did it without the help of family. There were a few occasions here and there that I needed help here and there. But for the most part, I'm very proud of myself. I had a career, several careers, relationships. I raised children. I had grandchildren. I have long time friendships. When it came to my family, it just wasn't as on top of each other. But it was always understood we were family. That's something that I think I just always just knew. We're family. We're family. She's my mother. I have siblings. I have grandparents. We're still, that kind of stuff. I've been home 14 years. Next year will be 15. And I came back home gleefully and happily and with my full own volition, which is a big word. And I've been back. It's been a roller coaster ride the last 14 years. Some really fun times. I think back of the early years I was here, and I think, God, I just feel like it just seems much easier than just now. I seemed less stressed out back then than I am now. It's so interesting. I'm like, it was, yeah, with my mom, because we were getting to really kind of know each other, and now she has a husband that I had get to know. the now late Moses. There was some real fun exploratory times for me getting to Los Angeles again. So again, I was gone 22 years. And I'd come back here and there, but like I didn't know what it was like to live in Los Angeles. And Los Angeles is so spread out. My mom was the one who helped me learn about the South Bay area and all this whole southern part of Southern LA. Her, and this is the area they hung out. So I think my love of this part of the town comes from her. But I'm not that surprised. So when I think back on my life, where I get my musical taste, where I get my television taste, books, movies, mostly my mom. I have a few things that are other people. My love of Barbara Streisand came from my Aunt Sarah, for one. My father had some small influence in music. But when it comes to culture, my brother and I both say it's Bonita. And I'm glad about that. She played everything. She watched everything from the absurd, from Soylent Green to Jaws to things on high to things on TV to we read the books. Our bookshelves were just full of books. My love of Ray Bradbury and Isaac Asimov um, and Roald Dahl, just all these classics came from her. Stephen King, I love him, came from her. Even some James Patterson came from her. She was somebody who influenced my life so much in many ways. Now, the other thing, of course, that everybody, of course, comments on is our looks. I'm very blessed to look like my mother. I will completely admit that. She looks really good for her age, and for any age. But let's be real. Not everybody looks good as they get older. We try, you hang on, you do what you can. But I have her face. Like I literally have her face. Like I literally have her face. It is like no joke whatsoever. And I always knew that, but I didn't realize till I came home for the last 14 years that we laugh very similarly. We have some of a similar cadence the way we talk, but we are different. Our temperaments are different. I'm much more out. She's a friendly, outgoing person people like in situations, but I'm much more of a big, gregarious, out there. I like to be seen, put me on stage, where she's not that at all. People ask me all the time, if you guys had a show together, we would totally watch it. Well, I would too. That's not what she wants to do. That's not her. I can't even get her to do it. Occasionally, I get her to do a little video, occasionally here and there, but anything more than that, we would be gold. I mean, I know for a fact we'd be gold, and she knows it too. But some folks just aren't built that way. But when we go out in the streets, people see us. Last year's Halloween was the best Halloween costume I could have ever done. When I dressed as her, we had a good time doing that, and so my life is. I look in the mirror and I can see her. I do see my father; he's in there too. I do see him, but literally, I'm her child, looks wise. Over the last 5 months, which a song is out today called The Last 5 Months. It was inspired by her, my stepdad, and everything that I've gone through as a caregiver. The role that I had to play for my mother this year was very different than the other. I had to really come and step in, along with my brother and a few people in the family, and really help them out physically, as well as emotionally, financially. We had to work it out. My mother almost died. I had to talk to her about that later. She didn't realize how serious, I guess, it was, which is good because she's had to fight for her life. But we were literally saying goodbye to her. The doctors were telling us it was the stats they gave us. You guys know this. I talked about this on the show. I talked about it on the show. I talked about it live. You guys have been through this journey with me. I thought I was going to lose my mother. And that's something that I still haven't fully comprehended yet. I haven't still. I'm still so busy and in it that I haven't had a chance to feel any of the emotions. It's a crazy thing to go through that, because I told my siblings, I was like, well, now that we've had these discussions and have faced it, we can face anything at this point. We are all changed by it, I could tell. She is back. I had to caregive for her. That was a life-changing experience. She is doing much better. we're still overseeing. She's now part of my check-in. If I don't see her every day, 'cause I don't, check-in life. Because I have to work. We're not rich. I have to work. I have to do stuff. I'm an entrepreneur. So there's things I just can't do. But again, I would never change anything. I would do it all over again. If something happened, I would still do it. But it's very interesting that this year was she lost her husband. We almost lost her. So we're having this very interesting year, to say that. Like I said, they were still figuring it all out. Now she's living life on her own. Well, with dog Lucy, of course. We love Lucy. You know, I guess in the end, as I kind of wrap this up, I don't want to ramble on, is that I do love her very much. Um, we fight, we fuss. She gets on my nerves many times. I'm sure I bother her. If I get on her nerves, sure. But it's family, and it's a close part of the family. That's again, if she's in trouble, I drop everything. Doesn't matter. It's how it is. Same for my brother. Same for my sister. Same for the kids and grandkids. If they were seriously in trouble, everything gets dropped, and you'd help. I'm curious to see what the rest of our lives happen now that we went through something serious like this. What the rest of our lives will bring, and of course, if I'm still doing this, you'll probably know because I'll probably tell you. But happy birthday, Miss Bonita! You are here, and we are here. I'm going to see you. I'm probably with you right now as this is out there to the world. I love you, and I love all of you for helping me express myself on a show like this, 50 plus. And I will talk to you again soon.